Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason, and today we're back with some more Distant Worlds universe. Last time we basically did some more positioning. We looked at our different planets, we developed our empire, and we managed our relations with our neighbors. Today, I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. It's going to be kind of a fly by the seat of your pants sort of deal, where we kind of just sort of wing it. We'll take a look at, how things are unfolding, and we'll say react to them. I do want to maybe do some more, we'll say, intelligence missions, perhaps. I feel like we've been hanging on to them, and I've been, like, afraid to lose them, but I get the impression that there is a limit to how many intelligence agents you can have operating at a time. And unless some of ours get captured or we lose some, I don't think we're going to get more. So I figure, why not take some risks? Right now, we currently have the Naxxilian Union in our sights. And the Naxxilian Union, if you're just joining us now, is this sort of purple faction over here. This is their territory. These are their star systems. We're kind of wanting to push over into this corner and take their territory. Now, they're probably one of the first large empires that we've kind of set our sights on. Most of the time we've been sort of picking up and assimilating smaller empires, and there are definitely easier targets, such as the Rhodians down here. But the Naxxilians are becoming a bit of a thorn in our side, so I definitely want to, I've definitely put, the bullseye on them. So first things first, let's go ahead and find Mr. Was it Paklidu? Chozul Paklidu, I think it was his name. I don't remember. Intelligence. Yes, there it is. Now, he's good at sabotage. Yeah, he's alright at sabotage. We're gonna go ahead and send him off on a sabotage mission against the Naxxilian Union. I don't know exactly what he's gonna be sabotaging, but we're gonna find a decent base where he's got at least, I want to say at least a 90% success probability, and we're gonna go ahead and send him off on that. Now, let's see what other intelligence agents do we have. Let's take a look here. We've got Lutar Wodos, concealment. That's really all he's good at, is concealment, and concealment allows him to go deep cover. He allows him to try and infiltrate, we'll say the other faction. So if we go like deep cover, and if he does go into deep cover, then he can sort of relay all the information about that empire back to us. 68% success probability is pretty terrible. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to send him on that mission. But at the same time, he doesn't really have any other strengths. Let's see, is there anything else that we could potentially send him out to do? Even though he doesn't have a bonus towards anything else, is there something else maybe he could be good at? Like, for example, stealing research. There are a couple things that we don't actually have from the Naxxilians, such as hyper-accelerated projectiles and advanced blasters. Now, these aren't technologies that we necessarily really want, so it makes me wonder, is it really worth it? I feel like if we go into deep cover, actually, still territory map, 89%. I feel like we already know their territory. Operations map, 85%. It's still risky, but I would like to get their operations map, and what the operations map will do is for that brief moment when we do steal it, we will be able to see where all of their ships are, basically everything about their empire for a small window. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll send him off on that. There's probably a better agent for that, but we'll see here what our options are. Now, Mr. Kobe Callan, he's really good at counter-espionage, but he's really good at espionage. So let's get him stealing research from the Naxxilian Union. Let's go ahead and steal research. And basically my thinking is, hey, might as well pick up some research. Might as well pick up some new technologies if we can, right? Hyper-accelerated projectiles. I kind of want to play around with railguns. Now, Hugo Mankara, he's just really good at counter-espionage. He's not really good at anything else. We'll keep him on counter-espionage. Another person that's... Yeesh. Man, these guys. Assassination, 51%. San Nothris. San Nothris, could you, with any sort of, we'll say good chance, assassinate a character from the Naxxilian Union? Let's go ahead and see what our chances are here. 75% for him, 75 for him, 83 for this guy. He's a troop general. 75 for that ambassador, colony governor. The leader's 63%, not that great. All right, so basically we can take out a lot of their colony governors and, wait, do they have 2 leaders? Yeah, look, we got 2 different leaders here. So it makes me wonder, do we go after the troop general, which, honestly wouldn't have that big of an impact? Or do we go ahead and take out, like a colony governor, which would have a larger impact on their economy as a whole? I'm thinking... Let's try to go for the troop general. It's got a higher success probability, and we'll work our way down, and we'll try to assassinate as many as we can before we are detected. Right now, I don't really care about our relationship with them, although it is going to hurt our reputation with the galaxy if any of our intelligence agents are found out. So, we're taking some risks here. But you know, the Nexilians, they are what? They are... Who are they friends with right now? They're basically only friends with the Rendula colonies, and they're not really dependable. See, they're very unreliable. So there's a good chance that, even though they're in a mutual defense pact with the Nexilian Union, they will not come to the Nexilians' aid. And besides, they're not all that strong anyways. So I feel like we could wage a war against the 2 of them. Besides, we're not the ones declaring war, so there'd be no... there would be no obligation on part of the Rendula colonies to come to their aid. However, if they asked, they could very well. But let's play things a little bit more risky. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Now, we did bring in some new colonies recently. What was it? Arahai, I think was it Arahai? That's up near the top. I can't remember. Okay, well, it's developing all right. Let's go to this colony really quick. I just want to see what's being built around it. So we do have a small spaceport, and it does appear that we have... Actually, yeah, we've got a defense force here. Okay, so we just don't have a defensive base. And a defensive base is probably a good thing to have. Okay, 18,000 for a defensive base. I like having a defensive base around, like, all of my planets. Especially, we'll say, a border planet, such as this one here, because we're so close to the Nexilians, and since we are going to be ticking them off, I want to make sure that we do have, we'll say, the proper defensive measures in place. So, yeah, that's basically it. Now, it looks like we're about to complete research in, is that heavy missiles? I believe that's what that is. So, when that goes ahead and gets completed, what we're going to likely do, let me see, where are all of my strike forces? Yeah, so I've got them all heading towards, or at least, yeah, they're all either in orbit or on en route to the blue planet. There we go, heavy missiles. Let's go ahead and take a look at the design screen. Any of our ships that are currently using missiles, I think we're going to go ahead and we might switch over to the heavy missile system. Let's go ahead and see what the difference is between, we'll say, the old missiles and the new missiles. So, currently, our ships have concussion missiles on board. And now the concussion missiles, let's see, do a damage of 11, have a range of 810, and they don't lose any damage over a distance, and a fire rate of 2.6. Now, where are our nice, big missiles? Where's the new ones we got? What are they called? I don't know what they're called. I should go ahead and, let's see, the new component... Assault missiles, which have less of range, but less range, higher damage, but a lower firing rate too. Makes me wonder if they're really worth using. So less range. Is their speed slower as well? There's slower speed, lower range, more damage, lower fire rate. I actually think that we'll see that if you actually calculated out the damage per second, it would probably be worse. Give me a second. I just want to verify this, but I'm pretty sure that the damage would be worse for the assault. Were they called the assault missiles? I don't know. They're not even on this list, are they? They're not on this list. Huh. Is it considered an old technology? Let me see here. Where are our missiles? We've got enhanced missiles. Let's see, improved missiles, advanced missiles. What is it under? No, it's heavy missiles right there. Give me a second. I want to calculate here the damage per second. I'm pretty sure that the concussion missiles are better than the heavy missiles. Okay, you know, I knew that I knew it was close, but there was a bit of doubt if I was right, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and do the calculations. The heavy missiles are actually slightly better. We'll say a damage per second. It's about what 0.5 damage more, so it's not a huge boost, but they are better. So we're gonna go ahead and retrofit our ships to include the new missiles. Let's see, we've got our cruiser here. If we go to auto upgrade selected designs, let's see if it automatically throws on those missiles. What's our current size? 544. And now it's at 568. And we take a look at the design. And we have assault missiles. Okay. So that should do it. So we're going to go ahead and just look. Let's see, our cruisers, our capital ships, auto upgrade selected design. Ooh. It looks like our capital ship just kind of went oversized. Yeah. Right, latest buildable designs, and let me see, latest designs, capital ship, yeah, we went up to 824. So technically right now our capital ships cannot field the assault missiles. So, we have a choice. Do we basically remove some of the assault missiles, or do we roll back to the previous design? Let's just show all designs. Let's show all, yeah, let's just show all designs. Sort by capital ship, and then we can kind of take a look here. So our old design, it's considered obsolete. Let's actually make it not obsolete, because we want to keep using it, and we will delete the brand new, the Trident MK4. Though the auto upgraded design that we just did, we're going to be getting rid of that one, so that we can keep the current one that we've been using with the regular concussion missiles. Just because we don't have enough size to really upgrade. Let me see here. Energy and construction. So yeah, not until we get automated manufacturing, we will not be able to... Dang, maximum ship size goes up to 1,100. That is a nice, that is a huge boost. I kind of want it. There we go. We'll queue it up. It's the 9th thing. Eventually, we'll get it. So for the time being, the only things with the assault missiles will be our cruisers. Kalarba Major Confederation. Our protection arrangement with your empire is canceled. Okay. You know what? Whatever. Screw them. We gave them enough money. They should be powerful enough now to hopefully give the Nexilians some trouble. We're done funding that. We'll say that pirate state. Blue Planet. We're still building troops on there. That's great. Let's go ahead and start retrofitting our strike forces. So we'll open up the fleet screen. And where are our guys? We've got, where we go? Strike Force Alpha. Go ahead and retrofit the latest designs. Strike Force, whoa, Bravo, retrofit. Strike Force Charlie. Go ahead and you retrofit as well. Delta, retrofit. And Echo. Now, I'm leaving the Desolation Moon fleet out of this just for the time being, because one, there's enough ships trying to be retrofitted at once here, because when I deal with them, I'm not 100% positive, but the game might try to retrofit the Desolation Moon to just one of our standard capital ships. I don't think it will. Like, I'm scared to try it. What I might do is, at some point, before I try it, I'll go ahead and make a save game, and we'll try retrofitting it normally, just to see, just to see if it will go ahead and replace it. And if it doesn't, then good. If it does, then we'll just reload our save game. Just, you know, yeah. Advisors, retrofit ships and bases. Now, that's actually another good point here. New ship and base designs. I just realized that we have floaters and we have defensive bases that could also be making use of the assault missiles. You know what? The assault missiles are kind of a new tech. I'm not too sure if I want to go ahead and drop all the money on them just yet. Yeah, that's one upgrade that we're gonna wait a little bit before we take full advantage of. And I realize it's maybe a little counterproductive because, you know, we obviously spent the time researching to get that technology. And, you know, we logically want to make use of it. But right now I feel like, actually, no. When was the last shortage that was reported? It's not that many shortages, you know, it might, oh yeah, still some right there. Let's see, assault missiles. What do they, what do they cost here? What's the, what kind of resources do they require? Let's see, assault missiles. Where are you? Hello, where are you? I don't know where they are. Is it only latest components? Is that the problem? Is that they're considered ancient? Alright, so they require Aculon, carbon fiber, and krypton, which I'm pretty sure we've got a decent source of. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the shortages were in. Shortages in iridium. What else do we have shortages here? Polymer, chromium, steel, chromium, Aculon, some Aculon maybe. Gold, lead, chromium, steel, chromium, Aculon, carbon fiber. Yeah, it's possible that we've got a little bit of a shortage. For, you know, to play things safe, we'll leave it be. Then we'll come back to that at a later time. It's really annoying me when we've got these. Are those Tikan fleets? Oh, our engineers have completed research in long-range jump blocking. Improvements to the existing component hyper deny. So, the hyper deny. Okay, so we've basically gotten. Wait, what is this? Long-range jump blocking. We got this. This has just completed, and now we're working on hyper jump disruption. This is going to be a fun toy to play around with. I'm going to be putting that on all of our defensive bases, or maybe all of our spaceports. That's probably the best place to put it. Actually, kind of like where our research is sitting at, so I don't think we need to make any more adjustments to that for the time being. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit concerned here with all this Tikan movement. What's the Tikan relationship with us at this time? It's they're currently furious, and we have trade sanctions with them. Okay, this is interesting. The Raldan Corporation has declared war on the Kaidian Empire. Oh, okay, wait, sorry, the Kaidian I'm thinking the Kaidian territories. I was about to say, wait a second, whoa. Great Kaidian territory is, we have a mutual defense pact with, so that's why I was like, oh crap, we're getting pulled into something here. But no, it's the red faction here. I believe they only have one planet. Let me see. The, the Kaidian Empire, they have one colony, and they are at war with the Tikans. So the Tikans are trying to take over this area here. So the Tikans are trying to make a bit of a, it looks like they're trying to spread a little bit. It's a little bit concerning. How powerful are the Tikans at this point? Let me take a look here. Territory-wise, they're not that impressive, but economy, yeah, they're right up there. So they definitely have the ability to start really expanding. Military strength. Yeah, they're high up enough. They're third place. So they could, I'd say, they in their own right, they could be a match for basically any other empire in the galaxy. So if they want to take this planet here from the Kaidian Empire, I think they could. I almost kind of want to help them out. I don't want the Tikans to be successful in their attack. But the Kaidian Empire's got quite a fleet here. That looks impressive. How do we have eyes in this space? I'm kind of curious, actually, because we're able to see in their system. Do we have a ship in their system? No. What's our relationship with the Kaidian Empire? Oh, we have a free trade agreement with them. So the Kaidian Empire, we're not making really any money from them. And we're not making any from the Tikan Corporation because we currently have trade sanctions with them. I'm wondering... It's kind of in our best interest to make sure that the Tikans don't get more territory. Let's see, especially what kind of planets are in this system. Like, what kind of resources would they be able to be taking from the Kaidian Empire? We got nice source of helium, Kazlon. Kazlon's not so important anymore at the stage of the game. It's mostly hydrogen, but they do have some helium in here. They do have some hydrogen. They got a few gas planets. What's the quality of this planet? Because if this planet's got a really good... Oh, it's got the Sanctuary of the Kaidians. That's a nice big continental planet. Quality 93%. And a development bonus for colony. This sucker here is actually a pretty good planet. I don't want the Tikans to be successful with this attack. Okay, so you know what? yeah, you know what? We're working on, you know, potentially getting into an invasion situation here with the Nexilians, but I'm kind of wondering if we shouldn't send a fleet down here to assist the Cadian Empire. Let me talk with them. They're currently annoyed with us. Let's send them a small gift of 100 grand. They're still annoyed with us. I don't want to propose a protectorate. If we have a free trade agreement, I can't remember the rules. Are we allowed to send our ships into their... No, we need a mutual defense pact before we can send our ships into their system. Yeah, that's basically what we need to do. So if I sent my military ships into their system, they would probably respond poorly. You know, I'm going to double check that. I'm pretty sure... I want to make sure, because I'm like, I don't want the Teekans to be taking over their planet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try something. We're going to go ahead and talk with the Teekans, see if we can't negotiate lifting trade sanctions. Okay, so apparently they feel like they are in... Okay, never mind. They feel like they're at the advantage, which they might be, because, you know, their economy definitely is stronger than ours. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to actually move one of my fleets here. Now we are friends with the Great Canadian Territory, and this here is one of their systems. So I'm wondering if we take, are any of our fleets currently not being retrofitted? Not really. Well, with the exception of the Desolation Moon Fleet. But I don't necessarily want to send the Desolation Moon Fleet over here. Basically on a small little sort of defense mission here. Let me see, Strike Force Alpha, are you close to being done? That's a tough call. That's really a tough call. It's like I don't want the Teekans to succeed, because one, that's a really good planet. And, you know, in the future, I could go ahead and take this planet, because that's a really nice planet, and it's a continental planet. So it's in our interest to secure this planet. So we will keep an eye out here on what's going on. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's try to boost our relationship with the Cadian Empire. How are they with the Great Cadian Territory? They're not on the best terms. But let's go ahead and maybe change the relationship a little bit. Let's give them maybe some military refueling rights. Let's see if we can maybe I'm not sure. It's like I want to sort of see if we can sort of boost our relationship with them just a little bit, and to see if we can. Let's try it. All right, so we went ahead and we did that. They are still annoyed with us, but that might change over some time. We'll just give it a little bit of time, and we'll see how things sort of change. And we'll keep an eye on this system to see if the Teekans are going to win. If it looks like the Teekans are going to win, then we are going to go ahead and we will maybe then we will intervene. All right, Strike Force Alpha has been retrofitted, so I'm going to put them on standby actually over here in the Tazarek system. We're gonna just get them to come and hang out over here by actually right by the sun. That's perfect. And the reason why, or the star rather, and the reason why, because, you know, with that proximity to the star, the energy collectors are just going to be grabbing all the energy, and they're not going to use up a lot of fuel there. So we'll send Strike Force Alpha down there, just on standby in case we need to jump on into system to assist the Cadian Empire. Currently, let's take a look here. What kind of ships do they have? They don't have a whole lot. They've got a lot of escorts. They have a destroyer, but do they have any? Okay, there's some of the larger ships. The cruisers are in the back. Okay. So it looks like they're leading their charge with some escorts. You know, a couple frigates and some destroyers, and in the back they do have the heavier ships. Let's see, size of let's say a Teekan cruisers with what? 436. So The Tekans do appear to have, they probably have the technological edge. I think the Kaitians have sort of maxed out at their size limit of 400, whereas the Tekans have got a little bit more room to move around. This particular engagement is going to go to the Kaitians, but I do think that the Tekans have the technological edge, which means that in a sort of a stand-up fight, they are going to beat the Kaitian territory. Yeah. Dang. Okay. It's like I don't want to get involved, but at the same time I do. I'm like, it'd be kind of fun to do something like that, right? Build a new facility at the colony. So let's see here. They recommend that we build a spy academy at our colony, Bilgarith Minor 3. Now, why? We already have one. Maybe we get more? Okay, sure. You know what? We'll approve it. We'll approve it this time, and we'll see what kind of effect that has on our on everything. They want us to establish a new colony. Let me see. The desert planet Slows Van 9, and the Slows Van system would be a good choice for a new colony. Show me it. Desert planet, 23k, quality 50%, a maximum of 62, and it currently has a hidden pirate base on there. Now, what kind of what resource is that? That is Waconium, is an incredibly sweet type of alcohol made from the rare Waconus plant. So it's got silicone. It's got I forget what that's called. Osalia, I think. Yes, that's what it's called. So it's got some decent tech on it there, but I don't know if we necessarily want to get that planet. There would be a slight profit. Like, we would make some money off of this because it looks like it's currently been damaged. Either it's been bombarded or something. So the quality of the planet is currently damaged. But once it gets up to 62%, we will be making some money from it. So you know what? I'll approve it. We're going to go ahead and we will colonize that planet. That reminds me. That does remind me, though. We do have a planet here with... Where's that terrible planet? Where's the terrible planet? Let's see. We've got Lunar Major 1. Why do we have this one again? Oh, the Techno Nexus. I think that's why we're keeping this one. All right. Nemben Junction 1. This is the one I believe that doesn't have any redeeming... This one has no redeeming qualities. Isian Prime 1 has... Yes, we want to keep that one. That's got a very rare... yeah, it's got Zendabia fluid. We definitely want to keep our hands on that planet. Despite the fact that it's really low quality, it's got a good resource on it. This one here... I don't know why we have Dagobah 5. Yeah, looking at it, it's just... Honestly, it's a drain. Nemben Junction 1, though, seems to be the one that I'm really eyeballing, kind of wondering if we should drop it. Like, it does have the resources, but we could always slap a mining base on there. But mining bases are a lot easier to take out. The jury's still out on that. I'll need to actually sit down and sort of do some math, because basically we were losing, what, 2k, which is honestly not a whole lot if you consider how much money we are making. So it's a minor drain on us, but it's not like a huge drain. It's not terrible. And it provides us with another planet. I don't know. It's not... yeah, I'll think about it. Kuok 1, it does appear to be fully developed, and it's not being taxed. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. Oh, not that high. Not that high. I was thinking maybe a 20% tax. Yeah, they're still plenty happy, but we're making some more money off of them. Which reminds me, there's a couple other planets here that they're really not being taxed at all. Oh, this one's still developing. I'm going to leave that one tax-free. The ones that are, at this point, I can kind of afford to just leave the planets that are still developing. Just leave them taxless. Even though these ones here, this one here at least, and this one here, I've decided to go ahead and apply taxes to. I'm not hurting for money right now. So, we'll be fine. We will be fine. But, you know, the new planet was, when it's been fully repaired, it'll be sitting in the 60% range. So we can kind of expect this kind of money. You know, 60, yeah, it's like 67k. It's not a great planet, but it is some extra money, right? So, Yeah, it looks like the Teekans are playing things smart. Basically, they've... Oh, shut up, Naxilians. Basically, they've been sort of working their way in. I've noticed they've jumped over here. They started hitting the mining bases. They're not going for the planet right away. You know, they're sort of sending in small strike forces, and I think they're going to, you know, they're going to damage the resources of the Caidian Empire, and then they're going to try for a straight-up assault. Yeah, so... And just seeing the small skirmish, like, yeah, the Caidians are winning this one, but when I was able to look at, you know, how much damage the Caidians were doing to the Teekans versus how much the Teekans were doing to the Caidians, yeah, like I said before, that technology difference is it's apparent. Let's see, Naxilian Union, remove military forces from system. Which system? DH 365. Wait, you mean our system? The one where we have a mining base? So you want us to move our gas mining station that's in our territory that we've had for a while now. Oh man, the tensions with the Naxilians is just oh, it's going up. It's just, oh, this is ridiculous. They are getting on my nerves. They are really getting on my nerves. Wow, we have a spaceport that's under attack from a pirate frigate. And we missed it. Okay. Interesting. It looks like the Caidians decided to go on the offensive here. And it looks like they are actually... Are they invading? They attacked the planet Cluib? No, Cluib. Cluib. From the Teekan Corporation. Wait, are they bombarding the planet? Oh, I don't know if I can approve of that. Reputation of dubious. The Teekans are diabolical, but so yeah, I've got to look at things in context here. The Teekans have a diabolical reputation, which means they've probably been doing some pretty scummy things, and I think the Caidians are they're sort of retaliating, but at the same time it's like, dude, you're totally killing civilians here, even though you did it too, Jason. Yes, but you know, I'm pretty sure that leader that did that is gone now. Are they going to invade it, or are they just here to bombard it? Oh, awesome! Our agents are back. Let's see the status of our agents. Wow, they all succeeded. So we stole research information on. Nice. So we got heavy railguns. Wow! San Nothris evaded detection after successfully assassinated. Assassinated? Pretty sure that's supposed to be assassinating. Anyways, so we killed their troop general. Awesome. We sabotaged construction, and we stole the operation map of the Naxilian Union. Pause the game. I hate pausing the game, but I think right now is a good time to, because if we zoom out, we can see their entire map. We see where all of their ships are, everything. They've got where all of their fleets are, everything. And you know what we're gonna do? I have to stop for now. We're gonna save the game, and when we come back next time, I want to go ahead and we're gonna take a look at the entire Naxilian Union. We are going to sort of see where their weak points are, and we are going to plan our attack so that we can basically hit them and just cripple their entire, we'll say their entire empire in one fell swoop. We have all the information we want and need right now. So we're going to go ahead and save things here. So if you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comments section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.